welcome back to the Positive Gains Podcast. Today, my special guest is a familiar face, Mr. John Polar Bear Gonzalez. John, how are you?
Yeah. Good, man. How you doing?
Doing real good, man. Like I've said before, I'm always appreciative of you. You came back on season one. I think you were the fourth or fifth guest on, and it's been a good ride since for me and for you
Yeah.
especially. Um, But yeah, so my first thing I have for you is how has life changed for you since the last time we spoke?
Oh man, it's been a complete 180, bro. I mean, it's completely changed. All for the better, dude. Still have like the stressful times and all that stuff or whatever, but for the most part, dude, I mean, from when we first talked, when was that? 2021 or 2020?
2020?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, dang, it's been a long time. And I've been able to travel the country and do what I love and still doing it, man. So it's great. Still have the ups and downs and sometimes like the financial stresses of like, man, is this gonna ends gonna meet this month, or are we gonna be able to make it? But man, God always comes through and God always provides some way or the other. So it's been good though, dude.
And I know at one point when you talk about the financial and the things I guess that people don't see, at one point I believe you had said that you were contemplating just going back and doing a regular 9 to 5. I know ticket sales are rough at times. What changed that was able to get you to not have to go back and do a typical 9 to 5?
Um, Man, it's at that time I was going through a lot. It was 2023 and my best friend got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and we would go everywhere and we would do everything together and he kind of like came up with me like from 2020 and like moving up and we had known each other since like 2017 or 2018 and so like we really kind of started like popping off together and then when I quit my job he was like there to kind of like help me and like get through a bunch of the stuff and we were like road dogs and did all this. So when he got diagnosed with cancer, I was like, damn, I was still trying to stay positive and keep the faith and like, all right, everything's gonna be good. God will take care of him. He's all right. Um, and then I also had stuff like going on with my family, and then like one of my tias on my dad's side was like the closest one I was like close to. She passed. So it was just a whole bunch of things that kind of like lined up, and then with all the emotions that were like coming over me, dude, I was like, do I want to do this? Because it got really dark in August, and I almost like took my own life. Because I was just like under so much stress, bro, and I always told myself like if it ever comes to a point where I'm contemplating suicide while I'm trying to make other people's happy, like or people happy, or if I get into drugs or something like that, because it's just too much, then I'm gonna bow out. And so that's where that came from. And I don't know, man. I talked to my buddy who was dealing with the cancer, and he had told me ultimately, look, man, like whatever you want to do, I support, he was like, I've always seen something in you though. I've always thought that you've had a gift and I think you're gonna go really far, but you got to do what's right for you. He was like, but I will tell you that being diagnosed with this and going through this, you really it puts a lot of stuff into perspective for you. He's like, I used to worry about not selling enough tickets and like what am I gonna do if my tickets don't sell or man, I only sold, this many tickets or he's like, but at the end of the day, man, like we've done everything we wanted to do in the beginning and surpassed that. He's like, anything from here is a bonus. So even if you were to bow out today, you did everything you wanted. And so the things that we make so big in our life and such a big problem, none of that matters when you're facing death. And that kind of touched me. And I also went through the process of like, man, I'm gonna have to start applying, start interviewing, and start going to jobs and start doing the 9 to 5 and get back into that. And then my other side, I was like, nah, if I do that, dude, like I don't want to be like, having somebody telling me when I can come in and when I can go off and why did you spend 5 minutes more on lunch? And I was like, you know what? I'm good, bro. Like I don't want to do that. I'm gonna try and stick it out and figure this out. And so I did, man. And months after that, actually no, a year after that, that's when Fluffy hit me up and asked if I wanted to open up for him. So I'm beyond. thankful and grateful that I didn't give up and kept going, dude. So
Yeah, me as well. I'm very happy you're able to overcome it. And I did want
thank
to
you, man.
highlight and give, really a shout out to Israel's family. Me and my wife, we went to the show that you guys had in Tucson. I think it was 2021, maybe. I don't
Yeah, if it's
remember.
Tucson, then yeah.
Yeah, it was at, I think, Bumstead's. Anyways, there was another guy that came on, and then Israel did his set, and I'll never forget his joke about the jalapenos and these three guys in the front. Is one of the funniest things. And then you went on, and the thing that I liked and admired is that you guys really were close. You know, you could see it was a genuine friendship. He was happy for you, and I remember
Yeah.
you always do a thing at the end where you do a meet and greet. And so at that time, we had all went through the back of the venue, and he was
Mhm.
sitting there. He had his own stuff that he was trying to help promote, but I remember him. He was like, "Hey, yeah, come on over for Polar Bear. Get in line, everybody over here." Like, I mean, that was a
Mhm.
real friend. Like, he didn't care that, that people were going towards yours and whatnot. It was just, it seemed like a true brotherhood. So, yeah, man,
Yeah.
I reached out before, but seriously, my condolences. I know it's tough.
Thank you, bro.
Um,
Yeah, it is, man. He was very selfless, so yeah.
and another thing, so when you talk about Fluffy, I remember one of the last things I asked you before. I was like, where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? What goals? And you had said, I want to hit 1 million followers on TikTok. And yeah,
Mm.
you did that. And I don't remember anything about Fluffy that being brought up, but you'd said, yeah, I'd like to do something big. And yeah, I remember scrolling Instagram and there it pops up. I'm like, there he is, man. He's check marking all these boxes that he wanted to do. And yeah, I'm just curious, man. When Fluffy hits you up, what are the emotions, the feelings? Like, what are you thinking?
Oh, dude, it was insane, bro. My brother had just moved in with me for a little bit, and it was the first night he was there. And we're sitting on the couch watching TV. We're about to start like I brought out like the old school like Nintendo because I was like, let's look it up. Let's go back to old days. We're gonna be here. Let's have fun type of thing, you know? And we're sitting on the couch, and then I get like a text, and it's from Fluffy. And I opened up like my Instagram. I'm like, the hell? And like I looked at it, and it was like, hey man, you're hilarious. Keep doing your thing. Keep killing it. Whatever. Um, and I got it, and I was like, this isn't fluffy, bro. Like he got hacked. Like something's going on, bro. Like this isn't real, you know? And I was like, but I'm not gonna be like you're faking, whatever, you know? So I was like, nah, I was like, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been a really big fan of yours for a while. And I actually went to go see you in 2012 when you came to Austin. And I remember you went over your time and I'll never forget that. And he was like, well, how about next time I'm in town, you see me from the side stage? And I was like, dude, yeah, bro, absolutely. That'd be great, bro. That'd be awesome. And he was like, would you want to open up for me? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, dude. Let's do it, right? And then then he like sent me these dates, and I still haven't asked him. I gotta ask him, but I'll never know if it was just him like not reading the dates correctly or what. But I sent him my avails, and I told him what days that I had, and the days that I was booked, he said, "I'm gonna be in Florida this weekend. Do you want to do these shows?" I had a show in Waco, and I had a show in San Antonio, and I was like, "Oh, bro, like I don't." And I'm not, I hate canceling shows, bro. I hate it. I want to be there. If I say I'm going to be there, I want to be there. Um, and I was like, man, I don't know. My brother was like, what's up? And I was like, he asked me to do these shows, but I have shows in Waco and San Antonio. And he's like, you better cancel those other shows. Like, this is fluffy, dude. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you think I should? He's like, hell yeah. What the hell? Why are you even thinking about this? And I was like, all right. And so I told him, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. I'm with it. And then I had to hit up the other venues and they were cool about it. But yeah, so he booked me, man, and he said my tour manager Eddie's gonna reach out to you and get some information from you and get you a flight and get you all set up and he's like, I'll pay for your travel, your hotel, you don't have to worry about that. I'll pay for you to perform. And then I was like, all right, cool, man. And I'll never forget, man. I was in Portland and his tour manager Eddie hit me up and he was like, "Where you based out of?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm in Austin." He's like, "Oh, you're in Austin?" He's like, "I don't know why I thought you were in LA." I was like, "Nah, man, I stay in Austin." He was like, "All right." He's like, "We can get you a flight from Austin to Tampa, with no problem whatsoever, dude. Like, if that's what you want to do, or you can get yourself out here to LA, and then you can fly with us in a private jet to Florida." And I was like, "I'll see you in LA, bro. Just
No
send me the
brainer.
time." But they're like, "Come on, bro. Like, private jet."
Yeah.
I've never in my life thought that I'd be on a private jet. And the funny thing is, I remember a week before, or like a few days before, I was gonna go do that. I went to go get my hair cut, and my homegirl Patty was there, and she was like, "Man, she's like, you're gonna go on a PJ, da, da, da." And I was like, "PJ?" I was like, what are you talking about?" She's like, "A private jet." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "That's how I fly freaking Southwest, bro. Like I don't, like I don't know what a PJ is, man. You know, like I had no idea what a PJ was. So it was just hilarious.
And so what lessons have you learned since then? I mean, that's a pretty big thing to have happen to you kind of overnight and especially out of nowhere. So when you take that leap and you say, "Yeah, I'm going. I'll meet you in LA and we'll do it." What are some of the lessons that you learned along the way from that?
Um, Man, it's just life's crazy, bro. Like it really is, dude. I mean, it can change in the blink of an eye, and you never know if you're gonna be ready, but you just gotta, I don't know, it sounds cliche. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready type of thing, you know?
Right.
And I had the material like ready to go. And I asked him if I had to be, PG or family friendly or whatever, because I was really nervous about that because you've seen my stuff. And, I'm not the most family related guy. But he's like, you can do PG-13, whatever. And I was like, all right. So like I was able to like lay it out there. But a lot of the stuff that I've just learned from working with him alone is he's such a good dude, man. Like he really is, bro. Like, and he takes care of his people. He genuinely loves all of his fans. Like I've never seen him be a jerk to anybody. He always, if anybody comes up and asks for a picture, he's always more than happy to take a picture with anybody who needs to take a picture with him. The one thing that does get under his skin is if people are like recording him from far away. And I get that because that's already kind of creepy, you know what I'm saying?
Creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And so like he'll see somebody like, "Hey, don't record me, dude. Come here. Let's get a picture. Come on." And like they'll go up and take a picture. Um, but I've just learned that his work ethic is crazy. And he always has something like coming down the pipeline, bro. Always doing something, always staying busy. I mean, dude, we just did so let me just give you like a quick like week recap of what he did. So not this past weekend, but the weekend before, we did New York, Boston, and Maine. And then on Maine, that was a Sunday show. The next day, me and the other comics, we flew home. He flew to New York. He had a show in New York that night. Then the next morning, he woke up, flew to Saudi, which is like a 20-hour flight, performed there, and then after he got done performing, he hopped on a flight, flew 20 hours back, came back to Texas, and then his buddy Martin had a little get together at his house. So we went over there. He went to that get together to just hang out, chill, drink, whatever. And I told him that night, I was like, "Bro, I was like, I don't even know why you're here, dude. Like, honestly, like if I were you, like I would have just been like, yeah, y'all have fun. I'll provide the meat and the drinks and y'all do your thing. I'm gonna chill. But the fact that you're here is dope." The next day, we had the Comedy Mothership. Two shows Friday, two shows Saturday. And then yesterday we went and grabbed barbecue, and then he went to go do some stuff. And tonight we're going back to the mothership. So this dude just does not stop, bro. He is just nonstop going, 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 going. And me, I mean, I guess he's used to it because he's been doing it for 27 years. But I get tired, bro. I need a break. I
Yeah.
need I need a day at home where I cut everything and everyone off and leave me alone. I gotta chill and recharge. But him, it's so I guess one of the things that I've learned in a long drawn out answer is my work ethic isn't where it needs to be and I need to step it up a little bit because he's killing it, bro. So
Well, it's good to have that inspiration. And
yeah.
another thing that I wanted to touch on was like sometimes I know that people can have things happen to them like really good, and then sometimes mentally we get stuck in like a trance of I'm not where I want to be, and then start kind of feeling down. The example what I'm going at is like maybe with you and Ralph Barbosa, right? Like how he
Mhm.
opened for you, and then he's got his own avenue, and things are doing good. And for you, you're opening for Fluffy, man. The big guy. So I guess it's the way of the world. Like you do all these good things, and something's gonna come back and happen for you. I'm just curious on your thoughts on that whole situation.
Yeah, man. The comparison thing is man. Tell you right now, and to everybody out there, whatever you're doing, if you're chasing your dreams, even if you're just at work and just in life in general, comparing yourself to other people is a killer of dreams, motivation, self-confidence, everything, man. Like that comparison is such a big thing, especially in today's world, because we hop on social media and we see all these people who are doing things that we want to do, and we're like, well, dang, I'm like, why can't I get there, and why can't I be there, and why are they there, and then what am I doing, and I need to be better, and I'm better than this guy, I'm better than that person. Why is this happening? All that, get that out of your head. And the only person you need to compare yourself is to you and where you've come and how far you've come. And I'll be real with you, man. Like when Ralph Barbosa started his climb to the top and he opened for me in 2021, it messed with me a little bit in my mind, bro, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not because I didn't think that he was funny enough. I told him when he opened up for me, bro, you're hilarious. Your way of writing and crafting jokes is genius. Keep at it. You're gonna go big places. So I already knew he was gonna go big places, but it was the fact that I was here and he just went and like passed me up like super quick. That is what messed with me in my head because I started like questioning myself of like, well, dang, bro, like you should have put in more work. You could have been where he is if you kept working. And I just like stayed there with those thoughts of like, like, man, I should have done more skits. I stopped doing new skits. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I haven't been able to do this. And like, it just, I don't know, man. It kind of messed with me to a point like where, and Ralph is like really like one of my good friends and such a good guy, but I had to like mute his stories and I had to mute his posts for a little bit because it was really messing with me. And I had to kind of sit with myself and talk to God and pray on it and go through all those things to just be like, stop comparing yourself. This is what's causing you to feel those feelings is because you're sitting here and you're comparing yourself and you're acting like you're not worthy to or you should be further along than you are right now. That's not a thing. Like this is God's plan. You're going through everything. You're praying to him. You're talking to him every day. Allow his plan to unfold. There is no reason for you to try and get ahead of yourself and want your will to be done and not God's will to be done. This is God's will. So just sit in it, enjoy it, and just keep moving, man. And that was a very big important thing for me. And like I said with Israel, when he told me that, that really kind of helped me out of like we're doing everything we've wanted to, everything we set out to do. Anything else from here is a bonus. So
Yeah, someone once said to me, and it was a quote that they read that you know, don't get too down on yourself because there's somebody that's praying to be in the position that you're in right now, and that always kind of helped me keep my own perspective.
very true.
And so, a couple more things I have before we get on out of here. What I know touring, you've got a few more, or maybe on the second half. What is life like now for you on the tour? I mean, how many more dates do you have? You're a busy guy.
Yeah. I think I have like another 10 shows of my own this year, maybe 11. But I know like November's going to be like completely booked. Like I have Boston this weekend, and then the next weekend I'm in Laredo, which is Texas, so it's not that bad. The following weekend I'm off, and then after that it's like shows until like mid-December. Um, but it's been good, man. Ticket sales has still been kind of rough and kind of slow or whatever. But it's been like that all across the board. I mean, even um Fluffy's manager was telling me, like, dude, because they have like a whole bunch of like a list of clients that they deal with, and like all of our clients are struggling right now, like with ticket sales. He's like, even there's people who would sell out all the time, and now they're kind of like struggling, and they're not selling, but it's just not coming in like it used to. It's just the
Right.
economy and where it's at right now, you know? So and I kind of like understand that, and I get that. And yeah, man, it's still busy, still going. But ticket sales have definitely been lower than usual because of the economy. But man, God always provides a way, bro. Like he really does. And I really do give him all the glory, bro, because just recently, I mean, just this weekend, bro, like I went out with Fluffy, and I had stopped tithing for a while because I was like tithing a lot like in 2024 and 2023. And I just stopped because like money started getting tight, and I was like, man, I don't know, like I need this money. I'm in debt, so I can't, give 10% to God this year, this week. I'm sorry, God, I got you next week, and the next week came. Ah, man, God, I'm sorry. Next week, let me get back on my feet, and I got you. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. I'm good for it. All that. And so like I felt like convicted, bro, and I was like, I gotta start tithing again. And I told God, like, you know what, I'm gonna do this weekend with Fluffy, and then whatever I get from that, I'm gonna give you 10%. And so he pays me as he usually does, and I gave him my 10%. Um, and I'm kind of like looking at my finances, and I'm like kind of struggling. And my girl, she's absolutely incredible and amazing. She's like, well, I want to help you. Like, let me try and give you some money. I was like, I don't want that. Like, I got this. Like, I can get through it. I know I can. Thank you. She still sent me some money because that's just who she is in her heart. And this past weekend when we got done, um, Fluffy brought me to the side. I was like, hey, I'm going to give you little something extra on top. And I didn't even expect to get paid for this weekend, bro. I'm doing the comedy mothership. It's something that I've wanted to do forever. But he gave me a little something extra on top. And it was just like, I don't know, man. It was like a realization from God of like, give me the 10% and I got you. Just believe
Yeah.
me. Like the way that you
Mhm.
said that you told me I got you more than you got me. So it was a beautiful thing, man, and a beautiful experience. And I may have shed some tears in the lobby of the Comedy Mothership that night. So
No, I'm glad you shared that. It's true. I've struggled with that myself, tithing, like being tight with it, and it's not mine, Give it back to God because He will bless you in ways that you don't even see. And it will be in ways that you're not even expecting. So
yeah,
yeah,
man,
thank you so much for sharing that. Um,
absolutely.
one of the last things I have, I know you're a Longhorn fan like myself. I just want to know your thoughts. A lot of people have been hitting me up left and right about Arch, and I think that I've told people I think the pressure, I think that the last name, and I think all the talk and the chatter, is getting to him, and I feel bad for him. And I kind of believe now, as crazy as it sounds, with the Florida laws, I actually believe that maybe he's going to play better because now that they're out of the rankings, and I know the boosters are crazy over there, but
hmm
I still believe in Arch. I think it's just a lot going on for him. I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, you said it perfectly. It's a lot of pressure to hold the Manning name, and to have not only that pressure, but the pressure of going into the season of all these people saying, "Oh, he's going to be MVP." We're talking, Heisman Trophy, and he's going to be this, he's going to be that, and he's going to be such a good quarterback. That's already a lot of pressure as it is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for the guy too, and he says that he stays away from like social media and news and all that stuff, which I think is great. But that still doesn't stop. You can stay away from all that as much as you want. It still doesn't stop your teammates or your friends or your family or your people saying like, "Hey, did you see what these people said about you? Or
Right.
did you see what this person said about you? Or man, they're talking all this stuff, bro. Don't even like pay attention to it. The fact that you brought it up, now he's going to be paying attention to it. So like, it has to be in his head. And I want what's best for the kid because he seems like a genuinely good kid.
Yeah.
I really, me personally, I don't see him going like really, really far. Like I think he's gonna do like the Chris Sims thing, where Chris Sims kind of wrote it out because of his dad, and then he got drafted into the NFL, and he had like a season or two, and then kind of like just drifted off. I really think that that's going to happen to him, but I want better for him, man. Like I really want him to show up and show out and prove everybody wrong. Because that's to me, I love the underdog story of people
Yeah.
counting you out and then you coming back and showing people like, all right, oh now you love me? Okay, cool. What happened before when y'all were posting and saying that I sucked and all that, you know? So but we'll see, man. I hope the best for him. Of course, I'm a Longhorns fan. I think we got to get rid of Sarkisian because I don't know, man. A lot of people they try and hype him up on, ESPN and all this stuff, but I just don't think he's a good coach. Like the plays that he calls, the time management that he has, I think a lot of it falls through the cracks. And I don't think, regardless of who our quarterback is, I don't think we'll get that far with him. So,
And the pockets run deep in Texas. Money is never an issue. So if the boosters
yep,
feel as if they want to make a change, they will, and they will write that check and not look back.
yep, 100%.
John, it's always a pleasure, man, having you on. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see the elevation, for your business, and your personal life. And thank you again for sharing, about the just being transparent, man, because a lot of people don't see it. They just see the glitz and the glam, like you say, on social media. And
Yeah.
appreciate you. Best of luck to you, and God bless you.
Thank you, man. God bless you too, bro. Sorry for I know it says 720p connection, so
Oh, it's all
we'll
good.
all right, yeah, yeah. We'll get better equipment next time we do a podcast.
You're all good, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.